This is the state of Kaya in eastern Myanmar, the ancestral homeland of many tribal villagers who used to live in tranquility until political feuds forced them to move out and resettle as refugees in neighboring Thailand. Reaching Kaya state is not easy, as the KNPP military forces took over and deployed barracks throughout the country since the war with the Myanmar government began in 1957, a war that ended in 2012 with a ceasefire agreement. Between their homeland of Myanmar and the refugee camps in Thailand, sorrow is a common denominator. There are those who lost their families but still reside in a country that no longer feels like home. And there are others who were able to flee but haven't yet come to grips with their current status. On the rooftops of these sorrow-filled houses, this lady stashes her own food supplies and literally reaps all she sows. With these same hands, she plays a melancholy tune in memory of her 3 children whom passed away from disease. And although her heart is weighed down by grief, it still beats with warmth for her visitors. It is as if, in them, she finds traces of her relatives' spirits, of all those who fled to Thailand's refugee camps. Her relatives, whose pain didn't stop them from working hard, overcoming their bitter reality by immersing themselves in the production of beautifully crafted high-quality garments, thus confronting their hardships with an entrepreneurial spirit. Kayan women fully utilize their outstanding tapestry skills, which they've honed since childhood, a craft handed down to them by their grandmothers who mastered it using basic tools to spin cotton yarns from the crops they cultivated with their bare hands. Since its an essential part of their cultural identity. Kayans professionally craft the rings they wear, which, like wood carving, is a skill they inherited from their ancestors. All these crafts have helped them escape the barriers of the camps into a market where they showcase products famous for their fine quality, a quality that they outwardly celebrate, gaining the confidence of prospective buyers. With that, pride takes over the grief, as they succeeded in transforming a plight bound in suffering and displacement into a disposition of tranquility and bliss. It is not easy for people facing displacement and hardship to come out as a self-sufficient community. But Kayan women have achieved that. In addition to agriculture, they've invested in raising animals that gave them meat and milk and allowed them to be less dependent on others. Now that they have satisfied their worldly needs, the time has come to fulfill their spiritual appetite. The Kayan's traditional religion is known as Kankwan, which originated from Mongolia during the Bronze Age. Kayans believe that everything in this world is connected, and women practice their rituals in front of these simple wooden temples where they place down chicken bones during prayer. The total number of Kayan women is estimated at 60,000 worldwide, a race that dates back to 739 AD. Till today, they carry on their traditions that mostly revolve around a simple lifestyle, one that fully relies on their survival skills and self-reliance capabilities. A lifestyle that believes in a beauty that can only radiate by reflecting what dwells deep inside. It's argued that empowerment is contagious, and that's what seems to have happened to the women of Myanmar. As here exists another tribe whose matriarchs are the ones calling the shots. With a matching sense of spontaneity, simplicity, and a passion for life, It is the Kayan tribe, whose women are identified by their unique jewelry, particularly those worn around the ankles. For Kayans, a woman is the center of the universe and the head of her household. Since her tender years, a Kayan female is the breadwinner who's regarded as the sunshine of her family's lives and the glue that holds them together. Inscribed between these mountains and inside these humble homes is a story about life. And despite having to work as a miner, females of Kayan tribe are respected, loved, and most of all, well pampered and showered with attention. Something that often stirs up jealousy in the hearts of their males. Sewing and embroidery aren't just professions for this ethnic group. Their handmade textiles are part of their cultural identity, exactly as their jewelry is. If anything, agriculture is one of the most important sources of their livelihood. In addition, Kayans also raise animals that provide them with food and help them attain self-sufficiency. It is all part of the responsibility of women who takes matters into their own hands. The primary religion practiced by the Kayans is Christianity, which reached them through missionaries. Kayan's life is simple, but they are very happy. They lead a natural existence, contented with what this life has provided for them and what life they have created. Perhaps it's uncommon for a thriving community to be spearheaded by its women, while its men are virtually absent. But in the end, we are all fellow travelers in this journey called life, and we're meant to keep moving forward regardless of who's at the helm. No matter how much you know, you've only just begun. because it is
العالم كبير.